Going live from two places. Oh, you are actually like vaguely in the shot. It's not going to be a big deal to me, but.
Can you either turn it
Okay.
or
Yeah, I'll turn it.
I'll move if that's
No, it's fine. It's only your feet now. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's just like
your
if I
feet.
get up, I'll move.
Okay. Live and live. 7 people are already on it on YouTube. That's awesome.
Nice.
Okay, I don't know how many on Facebook yet, but maybe nobody. Cool. Well, welcome. This is a sea shanty program that I'm doing. And hello from Caitlin's foot. She was in the shot, and I kind of turned the shot away. Anyway, since there has been this resurgence in interest in sea shanties because of the Wellerman and TikTok, I thought I would do my sea shanty program again. I did it just a few months ago, and I wasn't planning on coming back to it this year, but then that happened, which was kind of awesome. So I decided that I would revisit it. So I've actually got the Wellerman and the Sloop John B, which I haven't performed before in my other sea shanty concerts, but I'll perform today, as well as all the songs that were on my sea shanty album that came out maybe 6 months ago. I don't know exactly when it came out. Clementine. So the first song that I would like to do is part of a set called A Lover's Journey, falling in love and saying goodbye. This one is Shenandoah, which is about someone who falls in love with a Native American princess, and they're going away together across the wide Missouri. So for this, I'm going to get my trusty melodica here and play the intro. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you away, your rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you away, we're bound away, across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, we're bound away, across the wide Missouri. For 7 years I've been a rover, away, you rolling river. For 7 years I've been a rover, away, we're bound away, across the wide Missouri, across the wide Missouri. So that was Shenandoah. And we were very lucky that I got to get through that without my cat Clementine meowing, because she absolutely hates the sound of the melodica. And many times when I am practicing or playing the melodica, she will come up and paw on it and try and meow at me and try to get it to stop. She apparently hates the sound of high-pitched noises. So anyway, this next piece is called "The Leaving of Liverpool." Let's see. Maybe I'll try a combo of I don't know. We'll see how this works. A combo of guitar and melodica here. So this is "The Leaving of Liverpool." I've often joked that this was the unknown Beatles song, "The Leaving of Liverpool," because they're obviously from Liverpool. But this one is from the 1800s, a traditional Irish sea shanty. Although I'm not sure how it's Irish if it's Liverpool. But anyway, that's what the paper says. Don't blame me. Farewell to you, my own true love. I'm going far away. I'm bound for California, but I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on a Yankee sailing ship. Davy Crockett is her name, and the Burgess is the captain of her, and they say she's a floating her. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on the harbor, love, and I wish I could remain. And I know it will be some long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Thank you. That was "The Leaving of Liverpool." Oh, I see I have a comment. Catherine Austin, sorry for being late. Oh, no worries. Thank you for joining. All right, so this next piece, let's see, what is this next piece? Is from another set, Women of the Sea. So dreamed, real, virtuous, and otherwise. So this first one is called "Song of the Fish Gutters," and it stands alone as a rarity. You know, it's a a women's fishing song, and it's about the women who clean the fish and they prepare it once it's brought in, and they're often kind of an overlooked group. So this is Song of the Fish Gutters. I'm going to move my melodica here. Oh, by the way, I've got a Beatles mug. Not sure if you can see it, but I got it as a birthday present from my wife.
Molly Fisher, lassie's eyes, come along with me. For Carnival and Garni and Vayner Avoki, for Bookie and for Aberdeen and all the country round. We're away to got the Heron, we're away to Yarmouth. It's early in the morning and it's late into the night. Your hands are cotton chappy and they look an uncouth sicht. You greet us like a wean when they put them in the bray, and you wish you were 1,000 miles away from Yarmouth Quay. We've got it fishing like in Stormy and in Shields. We've walked along the Humber amongst the barrels and the creels. Whitby and Grimsby, we've travelled up and down, but the place to see the Heron is the Quay at Yarmouth Town. Yes, the place to see the Heron is the Quay at Yarmouth Town.
That's the Song of the Fish Gutters. All right. Oh, I see somebody else joined. James, thank you for joining. Let's see the comments. I love seeing your kitty. Yeah. Oh, is that Jamie? Oh, Jamie. Oh, thank you for joining. I was wondering if it was James Camp. That's why I got a little confused there. But thank you for joining. Yeah, we love Clementine. She's currently sitting on the couch by Caitlin.
Can't see me going on.
No, you can't. You can't. Let's see. I think I've got a comment over here on Facebook too. Maybe not. A beautiful song. Anita. Oh, thanks for joining, Anita and Donna and Kim. Awesome. Okay. So this next piece is a bit more risque. Another song about women of the sea. But this one is about a certain kind of woman. So this one is called The Maid of Amsterdam. Let's see. Okay. No, not in that key. Okay. All right, here we go.
Amsterdam there lived a maid, mark well what I did say. In Amsterdam there lived a maid, and she was mistress of a trade. No more will I go roving with you, fair maid. A roving, for roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. I put my hand upon her knee, mark well what I did say. I put my hand upon her knee, and she said, lad, you're rather free. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. roving, for roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. I put my hand up higher still, mark well what I did say. I put my hand up higher still, and she said, lad, that's quite a thrill. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. A roving, for roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. When I got back home from sea, mark well what I did say. When I got back home from sea, a soldier had her on his knee. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid. A roving, for roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more roving with you, fair maid.
All right, so that is part of my Women of the Sea. We had Song of the Fish Gutters and The Maid of Amsterdam. Now we're going to set out onto sea, and we've got some songs about setting sail. So this first one is called Haul Away Joe, another traditional sea shanty. I believe, and I could be wrong, but I was watching, what was it, Anne with an E on Netflix a while back, and I think this song was featured in it, which I found to be really interesting. I know it was one on this program. It could have been another one, but I'm pretty sure it was Haul Away Joe. Let's see.
When I was a little lad, and so me mother told me, away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. That if I did not kiss a gal, me lips would grow all moldy. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, away, we'll haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis got his head cut off, which spoiled his constitution. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, away, we'll haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Patrick was a gentleman, he came from decent people. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. The captain's in the cabin where he's drinking wine and brandy. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Away, away, we'll haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
All right, so that was Haul Away Joe. I only started singing the wrong words on the last verse, so that's a record. All right, so this next piece is called Roll the Old Chariot Along. This one is one of my favorites, especially for singing along, which, normally we could do not in COVID times if this was a a live in front of an audience performance, but maybe at home you can sing along as well. This one is Roll the Old Chariot Along. The chorus goes like this, and make sure to pay attention because the words change a lot because they say, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all roll on behind. So I hope you got all that. That was a lot. It sounds like this. And we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. So that's the chorus, and we'll do that many times. So here we go. We'd be all right if the wind were in our sails. We'd be all right if the wind were in our sails. We'd be all right if the wind were in our sails. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. We'd be all right if we make it round the horn. We'd be all right if we make it round the horn. We'd be all right if we make it round the horn, and we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a night on the town wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. All right. So that happens to be my favorite, Roll the Old Chariot Along. Let's see. So now we move on to another set. So we've had songs of the lover's journey, songs, women of the sea. Now we've got songs about setting out on our journey. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's what we already did. And now we're on to songs about being drunk and rowdy, which, if you've ever heard What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor, knows that that's what being a sailor is all about, being drunk and rowdy. I'm going to check the chat over here on Facebook. Linda's, oh, hey, Linda. Great. Oh, man, that's awesome. So many people. All right, so this next one is called Bully in the Alley. I hope this doesn't offend you, Aunt Linda, about people, sailors getting drunk. But it's a fun song. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, way, way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, bully down in Shenandoah. Well, Sally is a girl that I love dearly, way, way, bully in the alley. Sally is a girl that I splice nearly, bully down in Shenandoah. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, way, way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley,
bully down in Shenandoah. For 7 long years I called it Sally, way, way, bully in the alley. All she did was dilly-dally, bully down in Shenandoah. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, way, way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, bully down in Shenandoah. So I left Silent, I went sailing, way, way, bully in the alley. Signed on a big ship and I went whaling, bully down in Shenandoah. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, way, way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, bully down in Shenandoah. Well, I'll come back and marry Sally, way, way, bully in the alley. We'll have kids and count 'em by the tally, bully down in Shenandoah. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, way, way, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley, bully down in Shenandoah.
So that was Bully in the Alley, and now we have the very famous What Shall We Do with the Drunken Sailor? And if you listen to the verses here, you'll find out exactly what you do. I mean, you put him in a longboat till he's sober.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, early in the morning. Give him a dose of salt and water, give him a dose of salt and water, give him a dose of salt and water, early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in the longboat till he's sober, put him in the longboat till he's sober, put him in the longboat till he's sober, early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, early in the morning.
So now you know what to do with the Drunken Sailor. This next song is one that became a pop hit for the Beach Boys in the 1960s. It's called Sloop John B. It's actually a traditional sea shanty, but they turned it into a pop hit. And they mostly left it unchanged except for all the fancy harmonies, but the melody itself, they really didn't do a lot to change. So this is Sloop John B.
Come on the sloop, John B. The grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did row, drinking all night. Got into a fight, yeah, yeah. I fierce breaker. I wanna go home. Let me go home. Hoist up the John B. sail, see how the mainsail sets. Send for the captain ashore, let me go home. Let me go home. First mate, he got drunk, broke up the people's trunk. Constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff Johnstone, please leave me alone. Yeah. Well, the field's a breakup, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Send for the captain ashore, let me go home. Let me go home. Let me go home, yeah. The field's a breakup, I wanna go home. Let me go home. Cook, he got the fix, threw away all of my grits. That is a horror story. Then he went and ate up all of the corn. Sheriff Johnstone, please let me alone, yeah. This is the worst trip I've ever been on, So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Send for the captain ashore, let me go home. Let me go home. Let me go home, yeah. It feels a breakup, I wanna go home. Let me go home.
So that was the Sloop John B. Now I've got my own song that I wrote, a parody song about getting drunk and rowdy and being a sailor. This one is called Sing and Drink. See if I can go back and forth here between the piano and the guitar. All right. Actually, I'll just do this on piano. That makes more sense. Okay. I'm gonna fire my pianist. Okay.
We'll sing and drink and drink and sing and gamble all night. We'll sing and drink and drink and sing and fight. We dream of women and of whales and women with tails. And sure we dream of shore. We'll sing and drink and drink and sing and gamble all night. We sing and drink and sing and fight. We frequent bars and sleep with hearts and then we repent. But after our gold is spent, we sing and drink and sing and gamble all night. We sing and drink and sing and fight. We roll for home and sail the foam, and when we return, we'll have some oil to burn.
So that was my sea shanty parody, Sing and Drink. And that happens to be the latest YouTube video that I put up as a collaboration with myself, classical guitarist Rayleigh Beggs, and classically trained pianist Alia, whose last name I'm not going to pronounce because I will screw it up. But anyway, now moving on, this next one is called Spanish Ladies. This starts off the last set of Saying Farewell on our voyage here that we were on. Wow, these are going by really fast. I forget that these are very short songs. Anyway, this is Spanish Ladies.
and adieu to you, Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you, ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for sail for old England. But we hope very soon we will see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all along the salt seas until we strike ground in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues. Then we'll have our ships with the wind at southwest, boys, and we'll have our ships to our sounding to sea. So we rounded and sounded and got 45 fathoms. We squared our main yard, up channel steered we. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all along the salt seas until we strike ground in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues. The next land we made was called the Dead Man. Then Ram's Head of Plymouth, Start, Portland and White. We sailed by Beachy, by Farley and Dungeness, until we came abreast of the South Fall Light. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all along the salt sea until we strike ground in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues. Now let every man toss off a full bumper, and let every man toss off a full bowl, and we'll drink and be merry, and we'll drown melancholy, singing hymns to good health to all true-hearted souls. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all along the salt seas until we strike ground in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues.
Thank you. So that was Spanish Ladies. Just gonna check the chat, see if there's any more comments here. Catherine, fun parody. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Hi to April, thank you for joining. And Donald, Robert Shaw recorded on RCA. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna check Facebook real quick, see if anybody else joined. Heather, oh hey, thanks for joining. And Vi, thank you so much. Vi is a wonderful cellist that I've worked with several times, so I really appreciate her joining. So this next piece is called "Rolling Down to Old Maui." No, I don't appreciate you joining. Always appreciate my wife being here. Okay. Well, that's true. She doesn't really have a choice. So this is Rolling Down to Old Maui.
It's a damn hard life Full of toil and strife we whalemen undergo, and we don't give a damn when the gale is done, how hard the winds may blow. We're homeward bound, 'tis a grand old sound on the good ship taut and free, and we don't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with the northerly gale through the ice and sleet and rain, and them coconut fronds in them tropic lands we soon shall see again. 6 hellish months we passed away in the cold Kamchatka Sea, and now we're bound for the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. The soft breeze of the tropic seas, now the ice is far astern, and the native maids in them island glades are awaiting our return. Even now their big black eyes look out, hoping someday find to see our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui.
All right, and now the pièce de résistance, the Wellerman, which has started this whole craze for sea shanties on TikTok, which is just kind of bizarre to me. But if you want to help me out, my album of sea shanties is on Spotify if you want to listen to it. So you can give me some listens instead of other people. But anyway, it's called Songs of the Sea, and Austin Burns. It's on Spotify. So this is the Wellerman song, which is not on Spotify, but I should get it on Spotify very soon.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down. Blow me, bully boys, blow. Ha! Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ha! She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her right whale did bore. Captain called all the hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Ha! Soon may the Wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ha! Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands on the side harpooned and fought her. She dived down below. Ha! Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ha! As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The weather makes his regular call to encourage the captain and crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Huh. Huh.
I feel extra manly when I sing that song. Okay. So now, I guess I already said that Roll the Old Chariot Along was my favorite. I might have lied. Leave Her, Johnny, Leave Her is certainly really, really far up there. These are my two favorites, if I can have two favorites. So this is Leave Her, Johnny, Leave Her. Yeah, it's Caitlin's favorite for sure. This one is interesting because it's a song that sounds very plaintive, and it really sounds like a romantic kind of melody, and it reminds me a lot of Shenandoah, which is the song that I started off with. But instead of it being a romance, it's actually about leaving the ship and telling off all the people that you wanted to tell off. So you can talk about how bad the first mate was, or how bad the captain was, or how bad the food was. And you're saying, we're going to leave her, Johnny, leave her. So.
Well, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. It's a long, hard pull to your next payday, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Well, the captain was bad, but the mate was worse. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. He could blow you down with a sigh or a curse, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, pull your lover or you're getting no pay. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, pull your lover and then bailey, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Those pilings, they are drawing nigh, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Thank you. So that's all of the sea shanties, but I do have one more piece that I would like to do, and it's water themed, sea themed, I guess, but it's a special song for me, and it kind of goes into I've done this as part of the program before when it's kind of an extended Songs of the Sea program, not specifically sea shanties. So the last set that I just did were songs of saying farewell. You're returning home to shore. But generally, when I do the extended version of the program, I have songs about the final voyage, the afterlife. And this is a song that I really love that was played at our wedding, Caitlin and my wedding, is Shall We Gather at the River.
Shall we gather at the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. On the margin of the river, washing up its silver spray, we will walk and worship ever all the happy golden day. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Soon we'll reach the shining river. Soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just check out the chat one more time and see if there are any questions, any comments here. Dennis Poppy. Oh, thanks for joining, Dennis. Way back in the 50s, huge folk song era. Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of great music. And I'm trying to think what his name was. I think he was in the Weavers. But anyway, he was kind of the person that made Weemawet kind of popular, and then it became a hit song by the Tokens. It was an original song from South Africa by King Solomon, someone called King Solomon. There's this whole folk music revival, and it wasn't just American folk, because like I said, that was a South African tune that became really popular. Great comments. Shall We Gather at the River was one of my favorites. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So I'm just gonna check Facebook, and then I'll probably sign off. Stephanie, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the claps, the virtual claps. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I know it was kind of poor planning on my part to do this on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not a sports person, so it just totally slipped my mind. But thank you for joining. And I've got plenty of sea shanties on my YouTube channel. Feel free to check those out. I've got my sea shanty album on Spotify if you're interested. So Thank you so much, and I'm gonna sign off.